On time and 199. How you like that, Ryan?
It sounds gay, so it's pretty much on brand at this point.
Welcome into Geeks and Gamers Daily. I am one of your hosts, Jeremy, and I'm joined by the great, the legendary, the smartest man in the room at all times, unless there's someone smarter, Ryan Kennel.
Well, yeah, it's a good opt out. Unless there happens to be someone who's smarter, then I'm not, obviously. Yeah. Let's go, Jeremy. Did you change your background a little bit? Have those hats always been there?
No. Oh, you know what? I'm on a different camera right now, too. So, hang
Okay.
on. Let's see.
Something looked different.
There we go. Yeah. There. You can still see them, though. But yeah, the hats, that's recent. I put those up there.
Okay. Yeah, if it was like 3 months ago, I would have felt retarded.
Yeah, here. Let's go back. Let's do the cheap webcam. Let's go with the cheap webcam. Webcam for the win. You okay with
Looks
that?
about right. Yeah, you got that Atlanta Braves hat up there. Looks good.
You go fuck yourself. I'm just glad Justin Fields is your quarterback. So
yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. If they're gonna keep him or I don't know. They're gonna make the wrong decision, whatever it is. So another miserable year for a Bears fan.
Ryan is scheduled. So are you familiar with the J is scheduled meme, Ryan?
No, I'm not familiar with most of the memes, because they usually don't make any fucking sense. It's usually based off a typo or like something stupid.
So Jay is scheduled. So the other night Jay hosted Mario Kart on Geeks Gamers Play. And so as soon as I end Cobra Cast, because I ended to go over to Mario Kart, and then I go into the StreamYard room and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, what? And Jay wasn't in there. I'm like, there's an event set up in StreamYards for Mario Kart. This is not
Jay or something.
No, he set the event up through YouTube, like through Geeks and Gamers Play. And I'm like, this is not going to work. So I call Jay. I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, what do you mean, man? It's how I always set it up, man. I'm like, no, you can't go live through StreamYards if you're hosting Mario Kart. So what? So he ended up going live, but he captured it and it had scheduled over his face the whole time because he was
on the top left. Yeah.
So the whole stream scheduled was over his face. I was like, God damn it, Jay. Jay is scheduled. So that's how that one was born. So I know you're so upset you missed it.
Yeah, it's just such a shame that I'm not there anymore. How I'll ever go on, I'll find a way, I'll manage, I'll be okay. It's Valentine's Day, Jeremy. Or as Jay would say, Valentine's.
Yeah. It is. And I'm sure that there's gonna be a lot of love in the air throughout the G&G community. So I hope everybody gets to enjoy your day with your significant other or your hand or your pillow or watermelon you left outside for a few hours just to get it the right temperature, whatever works for you. I already showed
myself some love today on Valentine's Day. Not the way you're thinking, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself today. I got McDonald's breakfast. I got 2 bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles, 2 hash browns, a chicken biscuit, and 2 of the sausage burritos. So that was my breakfast. And I will say I'm a little full. So I might have ate a little bit too much.
So I rarely eat breakfast in the morning anymore. But when I was traveling the other day, I stopped at McDonald's. I got a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. Man. Every time I have a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, it reminds me of why we did put McDonald's in the S tier. You know what I mean? Like you can't beat that. It's so good. It's not fair how good it is. Ryan gave himself clogged arteries for Valentine's Day.
That's right. You got to treat yourself.
Oh man. But yes, we got a lot to talk about today. We had a great Tuesday night's main event last night. And we've got more stuff on the way. We do have the 199 backpacks for sale over on 221B. So if you have not, you got a couple of weeks before that second run campaign closes. We had a great first campaign. People requested that we make them available again. So I'm sure mods will be able to drop a link. I can pin that post if you want. But go over to 221B and get yourself a Geeks and Gamers 199 backpack. A lot of people have started to get them in from the first run, and everybody's been talking about how good the quality is, which is what I told all of you. It's a backpack that's going to last you for a long time. It's really good, and you can fit laptops in it. You can fit a PlayStation 5 in it. If you want, just to, let you know what type of, size that the backpack has. There's a lot of people saying that they love their backpack in the chat. So yeah, shout out to you guys. So go check it out if you have not. Ryan, what do we got to talk about today? Or do we want to read some super chats first?
Yeah, let's read some super chats. Let some people roll in here before we get into our topics. McCawk gives 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, McCawk. I believe that's the person with the profile picture of Obama deep throating a rainbow dildo. So shout out to McCawk. The Gay Rooster for 2 says, good morning to the 199. Thank you. Filthy Casual for $10. Hey, Ryan, I was out having drinks for my birthday and called you a homo on Stargrift. It was supposed to be a joke, but I think it came across as an insult. So I wanted to apologize. Sorry about that. I don't think I was insulted, but I can't say how the rest of the chat took it. I don't know if they're used to that.
I can promise you Ryan did not get offended, though.
Yeah, I wasn't offended. I probably just said something like, thank you. Like, that was probably my standard response. Like, to be fair, with the picture that Theory put out there, I could see why people would say that.
Yeah, that was
the picture that he tweeted out.
I was there.
You were blurry in the background.
He cropped out
Wasn't
my
that supposed
photo
to be a
bomb.
video? I thought that was a video we were taking.
I don't know. I was just trying to get you the hell out of there, and then he was there, and then you two stopped.
I just wanted to leave.
Yeah, I was just trying to get you the hell out of there. So I don't know what that was.
Jay is scheduled for 2. Says scheduled. Thank you,
man.
Godzilla's.
Dude, we had a lot of professional wrestlers create in our chat. A lot of accounts. Randy Savage, Mae Young, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ric Flair, like they were all showing up last night for main event. It was an interesting one.
Nice. Godzilla's greaser member for 15 months. Time to buy chocolate and whip out my uncut copy of My Bloody Valentine. Do you know it's Quentin Tarantino's favorite slasher movie? I did not. I had no idea. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Yo, Ryan, pulling up that video proving Favreau was behind the decision to cast Lizzo was hilarious. A lot of denial. Cope was still in chat, though. Yeah, like my thing is, I get frustrated when people think that every single thing that possibly could ever go wrong at Star Wars, it must just be because Kathleen Kennedy got involved or something.
Yep.
So it's like, no, John Favreau is the reason that Lizzo was in an episode of The Mandalorian.
The man that made the live action Lion King. That's who you're putting all your faith into? That guy? Okay. Again, I don't have anything against Favreau. I like Favreau, but don't think he's like this, like, oh, he's based. He's walking around with a MAGA hat on set. He doesn't give a shit. Like
every possible thing that goes wrong must just be Kathleen Kennedy forced him to do this. Like, that's what I see from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so I brought up the fact that Favreau like cast Lizzo, and somebody in chat was like, do you have a source for that? And I was like, yeah, I fucking do. I like immediately pull up the video of John Favreau on the red carpet talking about how his kids saw Lizzo doing Baby Yoda TikToks and thought, wow, it'd be really cool to get her involved with the show. That's legitimately how it happened.
Yeah.
John Favreau. Anyway.
I mean, not having faith in any of these weirdos. Again, the narrative around Favreau has just been insane. Like people do, they seriously think he's like walking around like as like a MAGA Trump supporter on set. Like, you get rid of your mask and take off your fucking mask, you little bitch. Yeah. This is my show.
like on one hand, he's banned Kathleen Kennedy from set. On the other hand, she's the reason The Mandalorian season 3 sucked. You know what I mean? It's how the rumor mill goes, I guess.
This was the greatest moment from last night. So Stone Cold Steve Austin sent a super chat, and he's like, "I'll whip your ass." And Beardo said, "I'll wipe your ass," because he doesn't understand wrestling discussion at all.
He can't read.
He's like, "I'll wipe your ass."
God.
Oh man,
That's rough.
Like, you mean whip your ass? Like,
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. I'll wipe your ass, you little bitch. Tomac for $20. Well, the way Jeremy said to celebrate Valentine's Day, I'm going to have to recommend the game Orc Massage. It's mainly a puzzle game. Tengu, best grill. And I think he means best girl. Thank you, Tomac.
Tomac. What's up, Tomac?
Tobias for $5. Happy Singles Awareness Day to all the G&G folks. I plan to spend tonight playing Helldivers 2 and TNME.
I want to play Helldivers 2. A lot of people have been talking about it. It just came out. A lot of people are seeming to enjoy that one, so I want to check that one out.
I think I see May Young in the chat. Hold on.
See, don't pull up the profile. I have not double checked it to see. I don't know, bro. Booker T was dropping like the N-word in super chats last night. I'm like, how the hell are you guys getting this past the YouTube?
As long as you have a black profile picture, you're good.
Yeah, like
what somebody told me that actually. Somebody who's got an alt. They're like, I use this so I can say the N-word. YouTube lets it happen. But anyway, May Young for $199. I still got the stuff, sugar. Puppies.
Oh, no, that one's a different profile. That's still not great. But there was a May Young in the chat last night, and I couldn't tell if you could actually see, because May Young, for those that don't know, like May Young back in the day, especially with Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry. That whole there ain't no way those storylines would be acceptable by today's standards. Wild.
Probably
holy
true.
shit.
Dom H, 5 gifted memberships. What's up, Dom?
Dom in the house.
Jay is scheduled for 2. All them wrestling superstars last night. Ha ha ha.
It was so funny.
Mexican Iron Man, who I saw a shirt at MegaCon that said Mexican Iron Man's a YouTuber. So if there's a shirt that says it, it has to be official.
It's 100% confirmed. You heard it here first on Geeks Gamers Daily. Mexican Iron Man is a YouTuber.
But Mexican Iron Man, member for 52 months. It's a long ass time.
Whew.
That Iger video is proof positive Disney political as of January of 2020. F Iger, hail the 199, and hail forever RK Nation and the FLJ, fearless leader Jeremy.
Let's go. Well, I will say, and I think we're going to talk about that here in just a minute, but they've been political long before 2020, and that obviously is a moment where you can point to where at least we have it on camera where Bob Iger is admitting it, but it was admitted by their content. And this is what we've been saying for a long time, and a lot of people dismiss that as saying like it's not happening. There's no agenda with Disney. There 1000% was an agenda, and there's been an agenda probably even before they bought Star Wars. In reality, there's been an agenda for that long.
Yeah, I think so. And I think more than anything, the video shows you that what Bob Iger doesn't qualify as getting political. Right?
Yeah.
If you don't think that a company coming out in the aftermath of January 6th and making some sort of definitive statement about it, if you don't think that that's political, I don't really know what you're talking about.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Insane.
But we might as well get into that, because for the past year plus, ever since Bob Iger made his triumphant return that's been anything but triumphant, when he was supposed to turn everything around and blamed everything that happened that was wrong on Bob Chapek, whether it was because of COVID, whether it was because of the PR reactions that we got from the fight with the state of Florida, all of these things, Bob Iger made it seem like, there's just been a lot of mistakes made and those things aren't going to happen on my watch. Disney CEO plans to quiet the noise in the culture war. Disney vows to stay quiet on politics moving forward. And it all ended up getting pushed onto Bob Chapek, even though we all knew that this shit started while Bob Iger was there. The downfall of Disney, the introduction of identity politics, the push to get more and more radical. All of these things happened while Bob Iger was there. And even when he wasn't CEO, he was still chairman of the board. So despite so much of it falling on Bob Chapek's shoulders, now we actually have definitive proof that not only was Bob Iger very supportive of Chapek during this time, but he, in fact, was all in on getting, well, he says it's not getting political, but everybody understands what this means. This is from Christopher Rufo, exclusive in January of 2021. Then Disney chairman Bob Iger told employees he was committed to the company, taking a stand on politics because of January 6th, and then praised himself for making Black Panther because it had black people in it. Actually what happens. So keep in mind where we're at. This is a couple days after January 6th in 2021. This is following the Summer of Love, the George Floyd riots of 2020. He brings that up later. But it's fucking wild to hear this and then see what this dude's saying about it. Yeah, a lot of people made mistakes about getting too political.
I mean, Bob has talked about this eloquently since he's become CEO. I'll say a couple of things about it. You know, we've tended to shy away from politics. And in doing so, I think we've shied away from talking about issues that aren't political at all, like the issues that we're talking about today. Because we believe in doing so, maybe it looks like we're taking a stand. Well, in that reality, we should be taking a stand. By the way, I take responsibility for this. I was CEO for 15 years. And so I manage the company's public-facing processes and how we were portraying ourselves. And I think that we have to be less cautious, as Bob I think was just alluding to, about such things, and not be concerned. Like just commenting about what happened in Washington last week, that's not political on our part at all. We
Oh my God, man. We talked about this last night on Main Event, and it's just like the more I listen to this, the more I watch this, it drives me crazy because there's people out there that will defend this nut job still, that pretend that this is not happening. This is the most blatant example of a leftist lunatic. And oh my God, man, like the fact that they can't denounce the George Floyd Summer of Love riots. That's there's no hard line in the sand there. That's not bad behavior. But January 6th, the worst day since 9/11 or Pearl Harbor, we have to call that one out. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, and and you got to think about how they define it. That's not political. That's not getting political. Making commentary about January 6th isn't political. Are you kidding me? Why does an entertainment company, specifically one that's focused on family friendly shit, why do you feel the need to make any statements about January 6th? Do you know what I mean? Like, why should any of these companies feel the need, feel the pressure to go out and make a comment on something that's happening that has nothing to do with the entertainment industry? It'd be one thing if it was if the riots were happening at Disney World or something like that, or there's something that like brought them into it. It's not. Why should any fucking company have a statement about that? It's insane, but this shows you where the motivations are. This shows you that Bob Iger was not only having Bob Chapek's back, but even pushed further than that in terms of wanting to make statements.
Yeah.
And like the rest of it, he talks about how, we really rested on our laurels. I made Black Panther and Coco. We made movies about diverse people, and we thought we're doing enough. But in reality, we need to do more to push identity politics forward. Like that's what he says throughout the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's so cringe and stupid.
It is. I mean, because he talks about, if we're going to listen to the rest of it, or
we can, yeah.
Well, the part where he's
boring,
just like, the part where he's like, oh, when I made Black Panther, and I was just got so, it just like, I said that it reminds me, like he's his next step now is he's going to start taking migrants in and having them be his own personal chef. Like that's how close we are with Bob Iger and the new form of slavery. I'm sure you saw that video that's going around. But yeah, what he says about Black Panther is insane. Like, and I don't even remember a discussion about Coco when it came out. I don't even remember that shit. They never even talked about it. They're based, because I loved Coco, and I know you did too. I watched it like years later. I don't even remember Coco being a thing, because that shows you how far Pixar had fallen. Like I don't remember when it came out. I don't remember any discussion about it. And then I watched it after the fact, years later, and I thought it was fantastic. So now he's claiming credit for that being a landmark in diversity and representation or something.
Because there's Mexicans in it.
Yeah, fucking retard. Good Lord.
We know that what we saw was fundamentally wrong, and that it was rooted in hatred and disrespect and contempt and intolerance. And we should feel free as a company to comment about that.
Awesome. I agree. I agree. Summer of Love really was based in hatred and intolerance and all this. Bob, great point. Great point. I don't know if you saw so the video the other day that he released where he's talking about Disney and all the things that they've accomplished, where he's talking about the white card and the shareholders and all their activist investors. You seen that one, right?
Mhm.
And so had Hailstorm re-edit it and show while he's talking about all their great movies, we actually edited over all their
All the
failures.
bombs,
And then the naked guy that was on A Small World, which we overlaid that video into it. It's really good. All right, go ahead.
Without retribution. And another thing I want to say that I've learned these last 9 to 12 months is, I'm very proud of a lot of the work we've done in terms of diversity and inclusion on screen.
Yeah, past 9 to 12 months, he's talking about George Floyd shit. He's talking about the summer of 2020. He references that.
When we did Coco, for instance, at Pixar, a great example of that, or Tiana, or of course, Black Panther is one of the great examples of that. I allowed those things to make me feel a bit complacent in a sense. It's not that I wanted to be that way, but I thought, wow, we did Black Panther. How great are we? And it caused me to
Dude, that puts it in perspective right there. That puts it in perspective right there. I've never heard a more mask off moment than that. We did Black Panther. We white people did Black Panther. How great are we? Holy shit.
And this is him saying we clearly need to do more. We were too comfortable with what we did for Black people. We need to do more still.
As I should have on the culture of the company and the environment and in the voices that were telling those stories as opposed to just how they were being portrayed on the screen.
God, he's such a terrible human being. He's such a terrible human being.
Yeah, so Bob Iger, who tries to blame everything on Bob Chapek in these leaked Zoom calls, well, turns out he was pretty behind pushing this company in a very political direction and has been for literally years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. God. We did Black Panther. How great are we? Wow. That's, again, this is literally everything we've been saying. But again, this doesn't prove that Disney's been a political company since 2020 or 2021. It proves that it was long before then. It was long before then. This has been going on for a long, long time. And this is just another example of it. And this is why we've continued to call them out since, for me, it's been since 2017, 2018. But it was happening even before then. And I remember looking back on, again, at the time, it wasn't like a thing where it was such a big deal, but I do remember when I saw the casting for Force Awakens, I'm like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? What are we doing? But I was like, oh, whatever, who cares, right? And that's the attitude that gets you kind of caught up. And you gotta, if you start to see any wokeness at all, that's why sometimes people get it wrong, because they see the initial thing and they're like, oh man, this is gonna be a woke disaster. Sometimes it's not. Most of the time it is. But you've got to be super hypersensitive to this shit, because that is the goal for almost everything they're doing. It really is. But fuck these people and fuck Bob Iger.
Well, speaking of casting, we just got a big breaking news story that, we've known this for months now. We've known who the cast of Fantastic Four would be, but officially Marvel Studios went ahead and released that on Valentine's Day. They decided to do it. Here it is. Happy Valentine's Day from Marvel's first family. Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Eben Moss Bachrach, and Joseph Quinn are the Fantastic Four. Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four in theaters July 25th, 2025. Now, I'm just going to say right now, that's a very aggressive date. July 25th, 2025, considering they're still rewriting and working on things for this movie. That's one of the reasons they hadn't announced the casting yet. So that's 16 months from now. And Marvel's already got a lot of stuff they're reshooting, a lot of things in the works. That's a very aggressive fucking date for them for Fantastic Four.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know any of those names outside of Pedro. Off the top of my head.
You don't know Vanessa Kirby? She's in she's the blonde in the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh yeah. Okay. I recognize her. Who's these other guys?
Evan Moss Bachrock and Joseph Quinn. Listen, I'm not super familiar with them, but those have been the names that have been attached to this literally for months and months and months, and just has not officially, been put out there. The casting caps years of speculation who might play the team. Film has a new release date of July 25th and hails from WandaVision director Matt Shockman, because they've already had a couple people leave in the director role. Jeff Kaplan and Ian Springer penned the draft of the script.
Eddie from Stranger Things. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just didn't know their names, attached to them. But obviously, Vanessa Kirby's great. And the guy that played Eddie is awesome. Now I don't know who this other dude is.
Now, I don't really have a problem with, other than Pedro, I don't really have a problem with the castings. I do like Vanessa Kirby a lot. And you could be fine as Johnny Storm. I don't really know too much about you, and whoever the thing is going to be the thing for the vast majority of it. So as long as they're a good voice actor, it'll be fine. But I don't know. That's a very aggressive date. I'm surprised.
Pedro Pascal fucking sucks, dude. You remember when Colin Farrell was cast in everything for like a 3-year period? Remember that? I don't know if you remember that back in the day, but he was like in like every fucking movie for like a 3-year period. This is like years and years and years ago. And now it's like Pedro Pascal is like, he's the guy that they put in everything. I don't think Pedro Pascal's a bad actor. Okay. I don't. I don't think he's the greatest thing ever. I think he's fine, but they're putting him in everything. They're putting him in every fucking thing.
It's going to be hard for me to believe that Pedro Pascal is one of the smartest people in the universe.
Yeah. Jeez. What a disaster. Ryan wasn't born then.
When
Colin Farrell was like in everything.
Yeah, it was Minority Report era, like that kind of time frame.
Yeah, a little before then. Like he was in, let's see.
What was that movie with him and Pacino?
Him and Pacino.
The Knock List. What was that?
He was in that movie with Pacino. He was in that movie with Samuel L. Jackson. Let's see. And then he kind of fell off. Like he just disappeared. And then he started popping up in these serious roles, which is kind of crazy. SWAT was the one where SWAT was awesome.
What was the one where he was literally just like trapped in a payphone thing?
Yeah.
The entire time.
That was a weird movie. What the fuck's up with IMDb?
I was alive then, okay? I was fucking alive then. Oh, you people. I remember that shit.
I was alive then. Oh man, but yeah, he was in The Recruit. That was the one with Pacino.
That's
the
Recruit. One. Yeah, I love that movie.
Phone Booth, Minority Report, Hearts War. Yeah, man, he was in SWAT. He was in every fucking thing.
Literally everything.
And then he kind of fell off, and then he started popping back up. He was in that one movie with Tom Hanks with the Disney movie Saving Mr. Banks. Remember that? Did you ever watch that one?
No.
Yeah, he was in that one. He was also like he obviously was in the Batman, Ryan's favorite movie of
his most unnecessary role.
Yeah, I agree.
Colin Farrell's such a good actor. He's taking roles away from fat, ugly people. Like if you're imagine you are just some fat, ugly son of a bitch, and one of the only possible roles in the world that you could actually do would be something like the Penguin. Like it's your moment to shine. Instead, they're like, no, we're going to take 8 hours a day and cake fucking makeup on top of Colin Farrell to make him fat and ugly. Sorry, you don't get that role. The role you were born for, the role you've suffered your entire miserable life for, Colin Farrell gets it.
The listening fat says truth. See? That's me.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck? I'd hate Colin Farrell if I was you, man.
Oh, man. That's good stuff right there. Holy shit. Yeah, so we have our fantastic. I personally, yeah, I don't.
The Pedro thing is just like, I just don't. Maybe it's because he's been in so much shit. It's like, I don't know. But to me, the little bit we got of John Krasinski as him, I dug it. I was fine with it. Of course, they fucking embarrassed him.
Yep.
But I would have been fine with him in that role, even though every time I look at John Krasinski, I just see Jim from The Office. It's impossible not to. But I would have been better off if they had just gone forward and did that and actually, tried to tried to do that right instead of just embarrass the fuck out of him like they did in Doctor Strange.
Yes, but here we are. It's Pedro world, and we're all just living in it. And so that's about it.
It's Pedro world.
Let's see. Gungo Max says Pedro's the Ja Rule of movies.
Ugh.
Fucking Ja Rule. Ja Rule's still around, apparently.
He's still doing
Apparently.
concerts and shit.
Yeah, like, do people actually show up to Ja Rule concerts? Like,
wasn't there some like beef between him and 50 Cent recently? Where
recently?
Yeah, like where he bought out like all the front rows of like a Ja Rule concert so there'd be nobody there or something.
I don't know, but that sounds like a 50 thing to do to Ja Rule.
Hold on.
That's funny as hell if 50 did that. 50's still crushing this, man. Him and Eminem ended his whole fucking career already. Holy crap, man. That's funny as hell. I always like Ja Rule did have a couple of good songs when he first came out, but he was cringe and he was a Tupac wannabe, man. He was just you could tell he was just desperate to be Tupac. That's all he was.
Yeah, Ja Rule responds after 50 Cent buys 200 seats to his show so they can be empty.
That's fantastic. Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty funny.
Oh man, I saw this video. It's like this historic videos Twitter account, and there's like this. It's where it's like 50 Cent, Eminem, and Dre like taking a picture, and then this photo, the photographer just like tells Dre like, "Get the fuck out of the way. Let me take a picture of 50 and Eminem." I'm like, "Holy shit, that's Dr. Dre, man."
Oh,
damn,
that's rough. That's rough. IO or Low, I don't know what the fuck your name is. I can't tell. For 10 pounds. Most writers, directors go through a growth, a peak, then a decline when they run out of ideas, phone it in, or have nobody to tell them no. Thus it ever was and ever will be. Well, thank you, Low. Volt 95 Survivor on Rumble for $1 says, did Ryan eat King Vitamin? I hear it tastes like poor. What's that all about?
Right before we went live last night, Malcolm Flex was eating cereal, and it started a cereal discussion. So I told everybody to shut up and we'll just do it live. So we kind of had a cereal discussion last night on Main Event. And King Vitamin was Mike was adamant about King Vitamin. And
is that one of those like fucking off-brand poor shits that come in a massive like satchel?
No, dude, like no, but like pull up King Vitamin. It's got like this old white dude on the cover. It's really creepy looking. Oh man. Obviously Apple Jacks was my pick and it got shot down real quick. And then
this dude's showing his wizard sleeve here.
But what ended up winning? Was it Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the one that actually won the poll vote? Is that right? I think it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch won. Frosted Flakes was second, I believe. Oh no, not that one. There's a better one. Hang on.
He's showing his wizard sleeve. This is King Vitamin. I see it.
No. Hang on. I'll show you the one we pulled up last night.
There's a treasure hunt in the back.
Let's see. Open. Right here. This one. Here's the one. Right here. So,
and then hell?
What the hell?
What is that? The cereal looks like shit too.
That's Mike, man. He just that's what he brought up.
Clearly the white side of his family, the ones.
What's your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal, Fruit Loops, Peanut Butter Captain Crunch, and then just regular old Corn Flakes. Those are my top 3 cereals.
Okay. Respect. Now, do you like the Fruit Loops with marshmallows?
What the fuck is that shit?
Oh, no. Dude, Fruit Loops with marshmallows is fucking banger, man. I mean, I like regular Fruit Loops too, but you add the marshmallow, dude.
No, stop with all that fucking random shit in there.
Nah,
Fruit Loops, Peanut Butter Captain Crunch, regular ass Corn Flakes.
Fruit Loops with marshmallows.
The only 3 I ever eat.
Apple Jacks is the way to go.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure. Ryan's gonna whip out his G unit chain with a little spinner in the middle. I want a G&G unit chain. All right. I've said this.
Hey, 221B, let's make it happen.
Said this multiple times. A G&G unit spinner chain. I'll wear the fuck out of that.
All right. I'm gonna
I
make
want
it
to
happen.
I want to culturally appropriate. Disco Cobra for $50. When is the campaign for the hats going live or bundles and all that jazz? I never heard if they are snapback or flex fit. Could you make any flex fit or not? I'll buy either way. I was watching Mel yesterday playing Tomb Raider Remasters. Good times.
I'm probably going to make just the snapbacks available right now, and then I'll launch a campaign for the flex fit because I still haven't pinned down a flex fit hat, but that should be going live. I may have to push it to Friday. But I hate to run two campaigns on top of each other, but it is what it is. We're just going to run it. So yeah, the 199 hats, Geeks Gamers hats should be going live this Friday.
That'll be fun. Where the fuck did I go? Falcon trading cards for 10. Hey guys, would love for you to check out our political clash. Our political / cultural satire game, Swamp Monsters TGC. Would love to send you a complimentary game for your review, and we think you'd really enjoy it. Political cultural satire game, Swamp Monsters. Thank you, Falcon Trading Cards.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to email Jeremy@geeksgamers.com, check it out.
There you go. Orangutan for 199. Damn you and your metabolism, Ryan. I'm gonna have to fucking take a nap after the stream, probably. I ate a lot. Class C Radio, member for 6 months. Awesome sauce. Thank you. Tobias next for 5. Yeah, I'm aware it's Wednesday, but I spent last night treating my folks for their anniversary, so I'm playing catch up. 20 years for them. Well, congrats to your folks, Tobias. Not even having a furry son could, pull them apart. So that's a testament to their love. Paul M, member for 2 months. Is it okay to laugh at downs? Happy to laugh, but not sure how much care is needed with a family member. Is it okay to laugh at Down syndrome shit? Of course it's fucking okay. What are you talking about?
Yes.
Now, if I met someone at Down syndrome in real life, would I look at them and laugh in their face? No, obviously not.
Yeah.
But if you see a funny picture, like here, like Down syndrome Superman, let's find him real quick. That's fucking funny.
It is funny.
What are you talking about? Or the
funny.
dude, remember the Down syndrome dude like has the 2 beers that goes in the pool and fucking stone colds the glass bottles.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes, it's fucking funny. Things are funny. It's okay to laugh at funny things.
And it's also like one of my favorite movies that I've seen in the last several years is a Peanut Butter Falcon with Shia LaBeouf. Have you seen that?
No, but I've heard a lot about it.
Oh my God, it's so fucking good, dude. That is a phenomenal movie. I've recommended it in the past. I sit here again and recommend Peanut Butter Falcon. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's phenomenal. It'll kick your ass.
Mr. Q.
It's a great movie. We all laugh at Jay all the
time. Slade Lott, member for 19 months. Jeremy, I'd rather trust Marcus Brutus with a knife to my back than my back is turned than watch Filoni Clone Wars again.
I respect that.
I can't wait because eventually on our Star Grift show, Mahler is going to watch through Filoni Clone Wars. And I'm really looking forward to that, personally.
I love the Clone Wars.
Theory is also really looking forward to Mahler watching it. I don't know if he should be.
But the thing is like, but is Mahler gonna have the context of the problems that you have, the core problems you have, which is how it messes with the EU?
I think he's not going to know any about that. I just think that Mahler watching that isn't going to be the rave review that some people may expect.
It'll be interesting.
It's very Clone Wars is a very small audience, a very small group of people that love that show. I don't think it's been exposed to a wide variety of people because there's not a lot of people that are going to watch that animated stuff. Spider Unlimited for 5 will be supporting the man himself, President Trump, at his rally in Charleston tonight. Trump 2024, make America great again.
Let's go. What time is that rally time? I may react to that on Cobra Cast. We'll see.
Al Favor for 5. Good morning, 199. Ryan into host day because Jay got his ass wiped last night on G&G. The Raven and Writing Desk member for a month. I can understand why he doesn't think it's political, but I'm a special education teacher, so I'm used to maladaptive thinking. Thank you, the Raven and Writing Desk. Joey Ellis, member for 4 months. Megalomaniac. Thank you. Patrick Kelly for 5. Ike Perlmutter, James Gunn built Marvel. Ike Perlmutter, James Gunn built Marvel. Kevin Feige, not so much. Jeremy is a better businessman than Feige. Props to Jeremy.
I wouldn't go that far.
If
I was a better businessman, I'd be making a lot more money.
Yeah.
I'm actually a
even,
terrible
even after the
businessman.
Marvels, I wouldn't even say that.
Yeah.
Mostly because Jeremy didn't make enough videos about the Marvels.
It is true. It is true.
McCock for 5. This match is for a pitfall. First to the ring from Sand Springs, Oklahoma at 5'6", 150 pounds, Mae Young. Darth Jazzmag member for 9 months. I'm here for the donut guy from Rocky Knob Outpost. You guys are great. Keep the entertainment going. We'll try Darth Jazzmag. Blake Barrett for 2. Joe Biden should hire Steve Austin.
I mean, that would be awesome, but not really, because I would lose respect for Austin if he went to work for Biden.
Lucas Garrett, member for 16 months. If Pedro didn't work as Maxwell Lord in Wonder Woman 84, I don't see him working as Reed Richards in Fantastic Four.
This could be bad for his career. Like this could be a black eye on his career. Because I don't know how, like, with all the problems that Marvel's having right now. Now, again, that they're pushing that to 2025, but this could be a step back for him.
So I don't know, because he is in a lot of things, but I feel like he's only getting a lot of like real acclaim for his Last of Us stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Mandalorian, he's not shit. Like nobody cares about him as Mandalorian outside of the people that watch it.
Right.
1, because he's never shown his face, and 2, because his voice acting is really just he sounds like a fucking zombie, because I think some of it's meant to be that way. But yeah, I just don't think he's getting a ton of critical acclaim because of that. Obviously he was in Game of Thrones fucking 8 or 9 years ago was his season of Game of Thrones at this point in time, which he was really good in that small role. But I don't know. I don't think a lot of people think Pedro's a massive superstar or like some great actor. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this.
Yep.
Corporal Oral Love for 5. Ryan, I love the addition of you on Stargrift. Really good dynamic between you 3. But Theory's hope must be crushed. He's delusional. Hail the 199. Hey, just me and Mahler being there crushes people's hopes. So we're working on it. Bert, member for 22 months. Do you approve of Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach as Fantastic Four lineup, or does Pedro make it too DEI heavy?
I don't approve of it because I don't like Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I just don't like the Pedro casting in general.
I don't really care about anybody else in it. Yeah, because it's kind of lower level. Like I don't have a strong opinion on anybody else, but I don't like Pedro Pascal. I don't like him in that role.
Like I don't know. Again, Joseph Quinn, I don't fucking know him from Stranger Things, whatever. So I don't fucking have that in my head at all. I like Vanessa. The one casting I really like is Vanessa Kirby. The Ben Grimm casting, he's not going to be Ben Grimm for too much, so I don't really know how I feel or if I care too much about that. But you know, should have been Ben Grimm, the guy who is the cop in Reacher for season 2. Russo or whatever. That guy should have played Ben Grimm. He would have been fucking perfect.
How far into Reacher season 2 are you now? Or is it over?
It's over. It was only 8 episodes, so it was over 5 weeks.
So what was better, the first season or the second season?
I think the first season is better overall. A lot of people don't like the feel of the second season because it is much different than like a lone wolf rolling into town. This is a guy who's getting the gang back together for one last ride. Mm-hmm. So it feels like a different vibe, but they did a really good job of keeping a lot of things very true from the books while changing around places and a little bit order of events. And season 3, they're going to get back a little more to the lone wolf rolls into town type of vibe.
So would you say that Tom Cruise is a definitive reacher, or
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that Alan Richson is the definitive reacher that we've had on screen so far. I think that makes a lot more sense.
I saw Jack Reacher one time. I enjoyed it. I didn't know what I didn't had an idea what it was about or any. I didn't have any context to what
The
it
movie's
was.
fine. Like,
Yeah.
if you know nothing, you're just like, hey, Tom Cruise action movie, Jack Reacher, go see it. It's just fine, but it's tough when like Jack Reacher, even they even have to make Alan Richson look bigger than he actually is. Alan Richson's fucking 6'3" and jacked. Reacher's like 6'5" in the books. So they even have to like make him look a little bit bigger than he really is. So, but he much more embodies kind of that type of physicality though behind Reacher than fucking 5'6" Tom Cruise does.
I'm gonna give Reacher another shot. Like I said, I only watched the first episode and it was fine. It was fine. I didn't think this very first episode of the first season. It was okay. It just didn't blow me away. But I'm gonna give it another shot.
It's not like a groundbreaking revolution. It's just kind of back to basics type of storytelling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of cheesy dialogue here and there, but like a lot of it is straight from the books too. Just kind of like the type of he's kind of even viewed as an old fashioned person in the books that take place, that were written like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I wish I would have watched it before I learned of how much of a leftist nut job he is. Because at the end of the day, most of these motherfuckers are anyway. You know what I mean? Like James Gunn's a fucking freak, even though I like his movies. You know what I mean? He's a fucking psychopath. So I don't think like, but that was my introduction to Alan. Is it how do you
Alan
say
Richson?
it? Richson. That was my introduction to him. Was all that, but I don't think that's not why I disliked or not. I can't say I disliked the first episode. It's just it
didn't
fine.
drag. It didn't make you want to watch anymore.
Yeah, it's fine. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. Is it Nerd Wars birthday? Nerd Wars? You didn't do it the right way. You didn't do it like how Jay does it and how he builds up for like a month in advance or like before his birthday, he tells everybody it's gonna be his birthday. And then he celebrates his birthday for the whole month, even though it's only on the one day.
That's a Jay and Beardo thing,
and
right?
And then the month after, everybody's like, "Happy belated birthday, Jay! I missed it." Like, so you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right, Nerd Wars. Happy birthday, though. Happy birthday to Erwin.
Yeah, like I quite frankly, as long as the character of Jack Reacher on screen isn't like talking about Biden or somebody, like I don't fucking care.
Yeah, agreed.
So somebody brought up a great point. Walter White is like one of the best fucking characters we've seen, and Bryan Cranston's kind of fucking nuts.
Yep. Well,
you know
it
doesn't fucking matter.
One of my favorite series of all time is Sons of Anarchy. All right, Ron Perlman is a psychopath.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a complete psychopath. It does not like impact my viewing of Sons of Anarchy at all, but I'd say Ron Perlman might be one of the craziest people in Hollywood. That dude is insane. Like truly insane. What's
nuts.
up? Frank Gore in the house. What's up, Chris?
No, people who celebrate their birthday month are chikes, which I thought was some kind of racial slur. Girls and women celebrate their birthdays over an entire month. It's a chick thing. And then he corrects. Chicks, not chikes. I'm like, I saw that like in my head. I'm trying to figure out what person, like what group of people he's talking about. with the slang of chikes. I think I know, but there's Chris Gore. Gary's beer dingleberries for 5. Fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight, never running from a real fight. She's the one named Sailor Moon. She's the one named Sailor Moon. Sounds like an anime thing. Dermy Wormy for 13 months. It's 100% okay to laugh at Downs. We laugh at Beardo all the time. There you go. Kyle Denson for 5. Fantastic Four news dropped. It doesn't look like it has a woke casting. IGN posted it on X. Thank you. Jeremy's still laughing at
the chat now.
Yeah, like I don't need to say it. Like I'm like Kanye. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh man.
Repeat for 5. Someone needs to unfreeze Walt so he can clean house. Tobias Nexus for 5. Farrell was in Daredevil as Bullseye. That's right. The one with the goat, Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin. Michael Dark Clunkin.
Oh shit.
The one with the goat, Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin. The only race swap I will accept. R.I.P. to that man. R.I.P.
Holy shit.
Golden Nuggets for 5. Ryan, you might be too young to remember this, but before John Krasinski was in films, he was in a program called The Office. Thank you, Golden Nuggets. Golden Nuggets for 5. My name sounds like cereal. That plus, I don't know how to use commas, apparently.
Oh, man.
The Angry Badger for 199. Fruity Pebbles. Seriously, let's stop ignoring it. Nah.
Yeah, I can't believe Fruity Pebbles did get mentioned more last night. I mean, I didn't eat a lot of Fruity Pebbles, but I get it.
I'm good. Jay is scheduled for 2. What be downs? It's you. Did he change his profile picture for that one? Hold on.
Michael Dark Clunkin.
Michael Dark Clunkin. While talking about a race swapped character.
Oh, man. This has been a good one. Sons
and Shadows for 5. Have you seen Human Target from 2010? We have a brand new podcast drop covering season 1. Such a good show. Need more shows like that on TV. I fucking loved Human Target. It only went like 1 or 2 seasons, but I fucking loved that show. I wish it had kept going. Yeah, it was awesome.
I wish we could bring back a legitimate American Gladiator style show, man. Like, I don't know why I thought about that, just because I miss stuff like that, but we're never going to get shit like that again because everything's too fucking pussified. So,
well, speaking of this next super chat here, pussified, Von Rum for 199. I bet money the one white guy in Acolyte gets emasculated. We might as well talk about that because there's certainly been a lot of Star Wars discussion over the first month of the new year, mainly surrounding the Rey movie and then the panic announcement of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which in all likelihood is going to be yet another nightmare. But we recently found out, we got confirmation of what the next enormous Star Wars disaster is going to be. And despite some people, pushing rumors about it getting canceled or about it not ever actually being a real series, here we are. Star Wars The Acolyte sets summer 2024 release window exclusive. The High Republic set series comes from showrunner Leslie Headland. Who's Leslie Headland, Jeremy?
That would be Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant. Harvey Weinstein used to basically, allegedly, have, Leslie Headland basically contact all of his, victims. Allegedly, of course. But she did do a play, didn't she, where she had like a boss that was had all this sexual assault, with, it was just a weird situation. So again, to quote, I believe it was Quarter Black Garrett, Leslie Headland, too ugly to be assaulted.
That's why she felt safe around Harvey.
That's it.
The Acolyte is a highly anticipated, well, maybe by us, Star Wars series set
Leslie
to release.
Leslie Headland's so ugly, Vince McMahon wouldn't even shit on her. Okay. That's how ugly she
is. You're so ugly, Vince McMahon wouldn't squat over your face and shit on you while recording it. That's how ugly you are. The Acolyte is a highly anticipated Star Wars series set to release on Disney Plus this summer, taking place 50 years before The Phantom Menace. The series follows a former Jedi Padawan and her one-time master as they investigate sinister crimes in an ever-changing galaxy, challenging the fallibility of the Jedi Order. Exciting is the inclusion of Vernesta Rowe, a fan-favorite character from the High Republic books, which literally no one read. This thing is going to be a nightmare, and it's like we've known that it was going to be a nightmare from the very beginning. Star Wars The Acolyte will reflect the showrunner's own queer identity. Leslie Headland plans to have her real-world experience as a ugly lesbian shine through in the show's creation. And what have we heard the entire time for all the actors and actresses involved? The Acolyte actress, Amanda Stenberg, claims the world of fantasy and sci-fi hasn't felt like a safe place always for people of color. Man, I guess he missed, I don't know, Lando Calrissian. I guess he missed Mace Windu, all these characters. What about this guy? The Acolyte's Charlie Barnett absurdly claims he never believed he could play a Jedi because I was not reflected for so many times throughout these films in the past. This is the one chick who was like, we need more women in Star Wars. There's too many men in Star Wars. We need women. Yes. This entire thing is going to be a fucking cringe fest.
And if I'm not mistaken, Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. Their appearance on the panel of Star Wars Celebration, I believe, led to the 199 meme.
Well,
because we titled
actually,
we titled it Star Wars Celebration,
cringe. Yeah,
talking about this, and that's what led to the 199 meme. So listen, all of you grifters out there, all of you rage baiters out there, this right here is your moment. Okay, take full advantage. I am joining the Ryan Kennel bandwagon. The Acolyte is my #1 most anticipated show, movie, anything. And listen, so up to this point, I've said it consistently. Rise of Skywalker, easily the worst film from Disney Star Wars. Obi-Wan Kenobi is the worst thing that I believe Disney Star Wars has ever made, just from a pure damage standpoint. I think this is going to be worse than both of them combined. This is going to be horrible in every way, shape, or form. How many episodes is it going to be?
No idea. I mean, probably somewhere between 8 and 10 in that time, in that area.
This
I'm not sure.
is going to be terrible. I can't wait for it. This is the first time I've been excited for Star Wars in a long time for all the wrong reasons. Holy shit, this is going to be bad. Whew.
I cannot wait. I can't wait until they pull in Yoda for a cameo. I can't wait until they fuck up, I don't know, Plagueis or something. It's going to be a nightmare. This is going to be one of the worst things they've ever made. And that's saying something.
Yes. I mean, this sounds like a social justice pile of shit. It really does. I cannot wait. So I'm really excited about this for all the right reasons. I'm not even going to say the wrong reasons, for all the right reasons, because that's all Disney Star Wars is at this point in time. For all the people accusing me, because he just wants to make money from it. Yes. Next.
Sir Neof Strife for $10. Jeremy, you would like The Gentleman. It has Chris Collins in it, Chris Hunnam, and Matthew McConaughey. Very good movie. Would recommend.
I mean,
Charlie Hunnam or Chris Hunnam?
Charlie Hunnam.
He says Chris Hunnam. But
oh, yeah. That's Charlie Hunnam is
brother.
That's Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy. So you know who Charlie Hunnam is.
I do know, but I said maybe Chris is his brother. I don't know.
Maybe. I haven't heard of that one though. I haven't heard of that. What was that one? What was that one movie with him and Affleck and fucking Poe Dameron on Netflix?
On Netflix, Triple Frontier.
Yes, that was
I love
good.
that movie.
That was
and it's got Pedro in it too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
They're making another one, actually. I don't think Affleck's going to be in that one.
Oh, that's a Guy Ritchie movie. The Gentleman is a Guy Ritchie movie? Okay.
Right. D-Head for 10. Favreau has been cucked.
I think he always was.
I think he's just making the stuff he wants to make. Ironically, I think that's what goes on most of the time at Lucasfilm. And if they don't make stuff if they make stuff that doesn't match what Lucasfilm wants to put out, they get fired.
Yeah.
That's what happens. So, Discount Superhero member for 22 months. Didn't Little Boy Blue stick his finger in a chike? Maybe. I Shoot Ropes member for 9 months. Vince says only dimes get the deuce. Unknown member for 11 months says shit Clown Wars. That's right. The Angry Badger for 199. Happy birthday to our boy Nerd Wars. Happy birthday, Nerd Wars. Hulk Hogan for 199. I could be Joe Biden saving grace. My I can be Joe Biden saving grace. My knee grow. Thank you, Hulk Hogan. I almost ran right into it. Super Sentai guy, Pedro Pascal, also overrated. McCock and her opponent from Augusta, Georgia at 6'2", 302 pounds, Hulk Hogan. Crit Nature for 2. Ever had Nesquik? Best chocolate cereal ever. Isn't that just milk?
I've never had the Nest. I think there's a Nesquik cereal. But I've never had the cereal, but I love me some Nesquik.
That close. Fear the Races for 2. What the fuck? Should have had depression. Is that a Joe Biden quote?
Oh, probably a Joe Biden.
Fictitious Dave Savage for 2. Alan was good in the series Blood Drive. He's also in that new one with Guy Ritchie movie, the Ungentlemanly whatever, with Henry Cavill. Alan Richardson's going to be in that too.
Did you see Argyle?
No.
Okay. Everybody said it was terrible.
Yeah, I kind of said I was going to wait to see what people said before. Like I thought
the trailer looked good, but
it didn't look terrible to me. Like I do not like Bryce Dallas Howard, so that was looked like the worst part to me. Yeah. But in general, the trailer was like, okay, at least it's not. At least it looks like something that could kind of be like different than what we've seen before. So maybe we wanted to give it a chance if people said it was good, but no. Essen for 5. There's a legit ad on YouTube called Brownies and Downies. Sir Hat for 5. You guys should watch the Mudahar video on Nijin Sanji driving one of its talents to attempted an hero. I mean, I watch a decent amount of Mudahar stuff, so I'll try to check it out.
Yep.
Headcase Laboratory for 199. True King of Cereal, Captain Crunch. Oops, all berry. I'm a peanut butter crunch guy. Lord of the Ree for 2. Chikes equals Chinese and Jewish. Well, thank you, Lord of the Ree. Redmond for 5. A handful of peanut butter at Captain Crunch or waffle crisps and a tall, cold glass of chocolate milk watching Batman the Animated Series equals my childhood. Thank you. And Redmond for another 5. A handful of peanut butter Captain Crunch or waffle crisps and a tall, cold glass of chocolate milk watching Batman the Animated Series equals my childhood. I don't know if you actually sent it twice or if it just got written down twice, but either way.
I like how quickly you went through that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already read it once.
I know. The Bro Master for 2 says, bro. Are we caught up?
We're caught up.
We are caught up. Geeks and Gamers Daily comes to an end. So, I will probably, I don't know if I'm going to try to jump on Side Scrollers at some point today. So shout out to Side Scrollers and Stuttering Craig. Other than that, then I got Cobra Cast tonight. And we will see what else. But yeah, so what about you, Ryan? What do you got going on?
Nothing.
You're going to see Madam Web, your most anticipated movie of the year?
I got to find a way to see it before Friday Night Tide.
Oh, that's tomorrow? Sorry. Okay, that's tomorrow then. Okay, tomorrow.
I think it's
good. That's actually good.
I think
I'm
it's
busy.
open. Oh, Side Scrollers? Oh.
Yeah. Side Scrollers is tomorrow. Okay, so that's tomorrow for Side Scrollers. Perfect, because I had a pretty busy day. So good to hear. All right, so I'll be there tomorrow. Go ahead, though, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Look, the people already know this is that's just you. What do you got going on, Ryan? Nothing. Just videos.
That's it.
That's it.
You know me. KC, KG Jung.
Is Gary going live? You guys go support him. He needs all the support he can get. I'm trying.
Yeah, he's probably got his Nerdrotic Nooner with Chris Gore.
Yeah, well, I'll try to push some viewers.
Chikes in the chat.
Yes, there you go. All right, guys. I'll see you for Cobra Cast later tonight. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.